Okay, it's time after all the cosmic background to talk about the moon as the magical romantic force in human life. So we've heard how when the moon left the earth, it was the motivation for the division into sexes, for the uh, procreation process through this duality, and that the moon is certainly a force that uh, rules over the process of human beings coming together to ground a family. How romantic is it? It's that really ideal moment in human life when you meet someone and you think it's the one, and they feel the same way, and you're ready to get together and actually think of having a family. That is such a special experience in a human life. And it is because of the moon leaving the earth. And we have to remember that the moon is the residence, the moon sphere, everything from the earth out to the outer limits of the moon's orbit is the realm of the angels. And you must admit that when you're deeply in love, there's something very angelic, very cosmic about it. You just feel that there's something very heavenly going on. And that is, this influence is not all dark. It is that wonderful thing. And so there's an angelic force behind soul mating or meeting your partner or meeting a partner that you really want to share everything that you've got with all of your feelings and your life experiences. And how wonderful is that? There's another angelic force that's involved in that, and that's the cherubim. You know how in art they're depicted as these sweet little angels with wings and little, you know, little ribbons covering the whatnots. And uh, it's a very romantic little depiction of cherubs. But the cherubim are very, very lofty spiritual beings beyond our comprehension. And they live in a realm just under the uh, Godhead in the highest angelic rank that includes seraphim and thrones. Seraphim, cherubim, and thrones are together in that angelic rank. And it's the cherubim who direct the life decisions that we make and move us to places where we will meet that person that we're destined to meet, and we'll feel all that destiny and cosmic interplay in our lives. It's the cherubim that is a very high force that comes in to see that you actually get to that event, even though you were feeling a little tired. You wrapped yourself up to go there and met the brother of your um, the love of your life that you're going to meet at the next thing, or whatever, that little pathway that's built. And you think that they're also working on the other side, moving that other person through decision after decision, so that at the same time, in the same place, you will have that destiny meeting. So that the cherubim are radiating down these forces, and Steiner tells us that the moon gathers up all these cosmic influences and radiates them into us. So, standing romantically under the moonlight is not just a poetic foolishness. There is actually a cosmic force at work. So, the moon is its separation from the earth, those two forces separating out, and the solar power between them is what creates new life forms for human beings to incarnate into. It's huge. So be thankful for our moonlight. And okay, now I'm going to go to the other side and do a very quick thing. And that's that, no, there is a danger in the moon too. It's not all sweetness and light. And we can't be in la la land just because we're speaking cosmic truths. The moon is also harboring the old moon forces before the planet Earth incarnated as Earth. It was old moon, and the moon and the earth were together and didn't separate out. And at that time, life was much more primitive. And what we have here now is rather primitive life forms like mushrooms and fungi that don't have the root system and the stem and the leaves and the flowers that blossom and fruit. They're in a more primitive stage. And the more primitive amphibian creatures are also holdovers from old moon. So, what do the witches do? They are dealing with bats and frogs and mushrooms and funguses and ginger root and things that are of the old moon. Not that it's all bad, it can all be turned into medicinals. We know that those powerful astral bodied plants that have the astral body instead of floating above them, it's right inside of them, can be turned into medicine because there are medicinal uses for mushrooms and there are medicinal uses for mistletoe, which is also a moon holdover. But the moon holdover forces are also the Luciferic forces. They're the Luciferian desire to influence someone. They're behind the love potion. This person would never fall in love with you under normal circumstances, and you get some kind of witchy person to make a brew with moon substances, and that then stirs up this controlling magic. So I've been thinking about that. There's a magic that you can use substances of the earth, vegetable substances, plant and animal substances to make spells, and you can use them to make medicine. Are you radiating health, or are you manipulating another to do something they wouldn't do out of free will? So the moon has, like we have here on Earth, two sides at least. And I wanted to present the romance and the witchcraft so that we see the moon also in that other aspect that works in to our everyday life. Thank you for watching.